Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Gibson's Night 2, giving you guys the latest and exclusive content on new music, entertainment news, and inspirational quotes by me, the Queen is back. Alright guys, so you know 2021 is a new year for Team Aaliyah. You guys check out my video about the recent news of Aaliyah's estate will put her music on all streaming platforms this year, finally. I want to talk about some things, and at first I kind of doubted making this video, but I said forget it because I am a huge fan of Aaliyah. You guys know me. So I want to talk about, why do people undermine her legacy? And I just had to pinpoint and reflect back on some things, because I do realize now as a fan it's pretty much up to us. We've been holding down for it. We have been doing all we can to really get Aaliyah, everything that she deserved. And like I said, for me, I try not to, I would say that I am a dedicated fan. I have so much passion, but I'll say what I gotta say. And I feel like some people undermine her legacy because one time I remember, actually, there have been occasions where on social media or even people, and this has been going on for years, guys, but there have been cases where people have literally disrespected her, knowing what she's done in her music career. It's one thing, you don't have to like someone, you don't have to like their music, but Aaliyah's void in the music industry really took a change for good. Unfortunately, she really didn't get to, she was on her way. She was able to get more opportunities. She was able to really navigate the music industry. She was able to have that huge success. And I think why people undermine her legacy is that they feel like because she's not here, because she really wasn't that big of a deal, she didn't make that huge of an impact. But then I see other artists that have passed away too young, around her age, and it's really crazy. I'm like, wow, and that's why, it's sad at the same time, because who knows, if Aaliyah was still here, she would be successful. I don't care what nobody says. And I think because of her unfortunately departure from the earth forever, we fans, we pretty much have tried our best to really, preserve her legacy. And I think also some people have, they really didn't really want to give her props even after she passed away. Because when she passed away in 2001, I was young. I remember like it was yesterday. I think I was in like the 2nd grade or in the 3rd grade. But the breaking of her news, how she had, tragically left, it really caused, a lot of hurt and pain, especially, I would say, in the black community, because she, represented the black women in music. Her style, her enigma, she was just so different and unique. And then for her to really, put in the work and really did have the success that she did, and the films, the TV, the movies like, Romeo Must Die and Queen of the Damned, it was like she really was propelling into more of the mainstream market. She was young when she, got into the music game at the age of 14. So for her 7-year career, she really blossomed to like a phenomenal, woman and artist. And what's very irritating to me, I have to say this, I don't care if I ruffle feathers, but I feel like, her influence is still relevant today, because I hear different artists nowadays and I do hear her impact, but then I notice how some artists nowadays, it's like they even have embraced her as well. But then before, even some of the artists that even have outwardly have said, Aaliyah wasn't much of a big deal. And oh boy, yeah, Team Aaliyah, we do go in for baby girl, because like I said, it's one thing to just be like, well, I wasn't, into her music like that. But I just feel like, I don't know, it's just weird. And then I understand, like I said, her closest friends in the music industry, they tried their best to keep her legacy alive. But I feel like at times, us Aaliyah fans, and I know I can't speak for all Aaliyah fans, because I know how, different fans, different opinions, and I respect people's, way how they, feel about her legacy, and how they feel like, well, other people should have been more, even like more upfront and more direct when it came to her. But see, the thing is, we don't know what goes on in the music industry. But let me tell y'all something. I'm keeping tabs because other people's experiences and stories. It's like, it's pretty much that, it's like the music industry has really changed dramatically. And there's some things that people may be afraid to talk about. People may be afraid to air out some things, but I do believe what's done in the dark will come to light. And I think Aaliyah's death also played a huge role in, her absence in music, because really there have been some people who have outwardly have been outspoken about, something was going on behind the scenes, and how unfortunately that's what had led up to her passing. So as a detective myself, I do research. I'm a computer geek. I love doing research of articles, and I've always been like a historian too, because I do keep up with the latest things on like history and literature. So I'm into all that. But see, the thing is, as an Aaliyah fan, it's like, yeah, something was really messed up going on, and that's why I said her family. That's another clue to why they stayed quiet for all these years. They basically became hermits, and I feel like the day that we get a biopic, a real biopic, is the day I will be like, oh my god, this has to happen. And I really want her to get everything that she deserves, just like her other peers in the music business. They got, the ones that passed on, they even have gotten biopics. They even have gotten documentaries, and even like their legacies and their families really put in the work to really maintain and really pass on throughout generations. I feel like with Aaliyah, something was going on even during the years while she was alive and even after her death, where it was kind of like, I believe, and I'm gonna tell you something, I really believe that she had some hating ass mofos. I really, really do, because my thing is, you just never know. You pray people don't have a vendetta against you, but I think Aaliyah had some people that just was so envious of her, and I think that's what also led up to her tragic passing. And I'm gonna keep the motherfucking, I'm gonna keep my foot on, people's necks when it comes to Aaliyah too, because I may not, like I said, I try to like keep to myself, and I try not to get into like the, haters and trolls. But on this platform, I just want to be able to still keep her legacy alive, because sometimes, even when I go back listen to her music, how like just everything that she's done with her style, her music is still relevant, timeless. She has to make timeless records years later. We go back listen to her hit songs. We go back listening to how she was able to really break free into the mainstream market. So the same thing is happening with these current artists. But the thing is, for Aaliyah to get the justice and the due of her music, her legacy, finally her estate, they was able to really get the ball going, and like I said, behind the scenes, watch my last video, we don't know what was going on. And I feel like that also put a detrimental to her legacy as well, because her estate, and her whatever, her family, something was going on. They was trying to make sure that everything was right, but they also saw the demand from the fans. And I'm gonna give us credit, period. I don't care what nobody says. Team Aaliyah, we have been really, really putting in that work. We have been, it's like sometimes in life you have to take measures by your own hands, and you can't just be like, because like I always think about, well, what if Aaliyah fans didn't be so vocal throughout the years? I'm glad that we have been vocal, because heck, if we didn't, then most likely we wouldn't have gotten change a little bit here and there. We would have gotten the Mac collection, her collaborators with like her friends like Eric Farrell, God rest his soul. He was a beautiful, wonderful person. He was one of like iconic makeup artists. He, like I said, I did a video on him, Pat, and watch that video. But if we didn't take the time and charge to really put the foot to the pedal, to the metal on the gas, I highly doubt that we would be getting everything come to fruition. And that's what goes to show, like, real fans do real things. And I think that, you know, for her, definitely there has been a lot of biasness towards how huge and impactful that she actually was. You know, she was one of the youngest female R&B singers to ever step foot into the music industry and take the world by storm. She wasn't no different than the current artists of today. Not to throw shade, I don't do that, because I support some of the talented ones, and even some of them have loved her, and they do love her music, and she is such a huge inspiration to their music as well. The ones that have respect for her. But I think that even for her, yeah, I do feel like it's bittersweet too, because I think, you know, it comes to a time where, even for me, I just look back how music has changed so much within the last 20 years. Yes, music's going to change, but I just don't get that feeling. I don't get that soul, and I feel like, unfortunately, Aaliyah was pretty much, she was going to be huge anyway. You know, she was going to be bigger. I feel like she was going to get more opportunities, because, like I said, she was doing her film, her fashion, the music. But I feel like, just like other artists, they're getting themselves out there. Aaliyah would have been still soaring to this day, and I don't care what nobody says. I'm not here to be like, you know, because some people, they'll have their opinions and be like, well, Aaliyah, because the other female artists, I don't care about, because I'm going to be very respectful and be humble. I'm not saying like I don't care about other female artists. Other female artists would have been slaying and doing the damn thing as well. And I feel like that heavy competition between female artists, it has taken a toll on like the essence of music. Because Aaliyah was successful, she had other successful peers in the music industry that were successful as well. So I think that even for her, she was still able to find her lane. She was still able to find her style. She was still able to really be creative. Another thing that I really do appreciate is that, you know, like I said, throughout all the trials and tribulations, you know, like I said, it's time this year. It's time for her to really get her flowers, and in the future and more years to come, because I really do, as a fan, want to see it flourish. And shout out to like my team, Aaliyah family, you guys, y'all, everything. Y'all keep, you know, her legacy alive. And like I said, so far there has been some changes. Oh, even the wax figure. Check that video out. Give Cincinnati to the wax figure. Madame Tussauds wax doll of Aaliyah. So, like I said, things are starting to really, you know, get more like, okay, we're starting to see change gradually. And I understand it takes time and patience. You can't rush through anything, like I always say, but I know it has been a journey, you know, because this woman literally, and I don't like to disrespect a female black artist either, because I'm gonna tell you something. That's another thing, how even her trolls will always love to still make jokes about, you know, her, and even when it came to like even her death. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna kick some ASS. I'm gonna kick some ASS on this fucking channel. I'm about to turn it up to the pedal to the metal, because I feel like even with the music, we should be able to see more artists shine, see more artists come into their own, see more artists really change the game of music. And I think that for Aaliyah, she did her thing while she could. She was able to really connect with her fans. And I think that, like I said, right now, Team Aaliyah, we should just focus on a couple of things. So here are my highly suggestions, what I think we should do. Just stay promoting her on social media. Like I said, I feel like we should be able to just keep doing what we're doing. And also what I'm gonna do, I'm thinking about some things. I'm not gonna say it right now, but like I said, I'm thinking about some other ways to help out too. Cause like I said, we gotta really do it for her. She would be proud of us. And I think also how people undermine her legacy. I think they feel like because she was like a myth, or she pretty much wasn't all that. But see, that's the thing. That's why I always said don't ever underestimate the underdogs. Because even for her, she definitely made sure that she was going to create something innovative with her music. And that's why I feel like a lot of artists, in my honest opinion, a lot of artists have really taken notes from her too. And I know a lot of artists have really embraced who they are as artists. But I love how they that even that sound, and even that the style, and just even the direction, her influence is really still heavy to this day. I don't care what nobody says. But yeah, I feel like people don't have to be a huge fan of hers. People don't have to like her music, because I don't care if you don't like her music. I don't care if you're not a fan of hers at all. The only thing the rest of Team Aaliyah we can agree with, we're on the same page. The only thing, the damn disrespectfulness and the constant picking on her, and making jokes of her passing. I'll tell you something. I'm just saying, we gonna keep doing what it do for her. But yeah, because we look at other people's legacies, and I find it so funny how people's other faves have passed on, and if people make jokes about them, people be like, oh, you shouldn't say this, and da da da, and you da 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 da, you da. But then when it comes to Aaliyah, it's like, oh, y'all making a big deal. Oh, she wasn't all that. Oh, y'all just mad because she's irrelevant, and you mad because your fave passed away. I mean, duh, you idiot nimrods. We're mad that she passed away at a young age, but we're mad at the fact that she literally was so talented, very hardworking, and inspiration to a lot of people, and unfortunately she had to go. But don't try to use this because she passed away, y'all mad, whatever. But as always, as I say, let's just be positive this year. Let's just hold down the fort, and let's just make 2021 worthwhile. And I know her birthday is coming up, so you already know her birthday coming up, so we're gonna turn up on her birthday. But yeah, I want you guys to know, like I said, Aaliyah's legacy should never be undermined, regardless of what people say about her, regardless of what they say about Team Aaliyah. So I want you guys to really let's have an open discussion. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts? Why do you think some people undermine Aaliyah's legacy? And what are your personal opinions on this? So as always, guys, Team Aaliyah, share your thoughts and your opinions. Stay tuned for the next episode. Give Since 92. Like, share, comment, subscribe down below. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification button. And as always, stay tuned for the next episode. Give Since 92. Dragon Ball Z narrative reference. Peace. Bye-bye, girls. Everything out. And the Super Saiyans out.